Good morning, dear students. Today we shall learn a new lesson in geography, India, agriculture. So as you all know, because of agriculture only we are having food every day. So without food, we can't think of a life. No one can live. So for agriculture, students, what is more important? First of all, soil. So let's learn about soil first. Soil is one of the most important natural resources, and it is on over the uppermost. It's one of the uppermost layer of the land surface, and we have many different types of soil. All the soil, all types of soils. It's not of the same color. It's not of the same type, and according to the soil, different types of crops are grown, and we have different types of soil here. So first we'll see about alluvial soil. And we have total 8 types of soil here: alluvial, black soil, red soils, laterite soils, forest and mountain soils, arid and desert soils, saline and alkaline soils, peaty and marshy soils. So first of all, we'll see about alluvial soil. And it's found over there in Ganga Brahmaputra river valleys, and also the plains of Uttar Pradesh, Uttaranchal, Punjab, Haryana, West Bengal, and Bihar, and also the river mouth of east coast also we can find. And the color of it is very light, and it contains the old alluvium. That's composed of lime nodules, and has clayey composition, and it's dark in color. And how is it formed? If you say, means sediments deposited by streams and rivers, it's been said. And it also has chemical properties like potash, phosphoric acid, lime, and carbon compounds. And next you see about the black soil. As it is black in color, we call it as black soil. And it has titanium and iron present in it. It's found over there in Deccan tract over there, Maharashtra and Malwa plateaus, and many other regions in Andhra Pradesh also, and Karnataka also. Then next we find it's about the red soil, and it's formed because of the decomposition of ancient crystalline rocks like granite and gneisses and from rock type, and it's also found over there in Deccan Plateau. And the chemical properties we can find iron and magnesium, and we find some deficiency over there, deficient in nitrogen, humus, phosphoric acid, and lime. And next to laterite soils, and the formation of these elements is formed in the regions where alternate wet and hot dry conditions prevail, and that's we can find over there in Assam hills. Very often it rains, and in Kerala also, it's very often it drizzles, and Karnataka and Eastern Ghats and the regions of Orissa also we find. And so the types of crops which are grown, the rubber, coffee, cashew nut, and Tropica. And the nature, if you see, means it's more acidic on higher areas and poor in high level. And the next we see about the forest and mountain soils. It's available only in the forest regions, especially in Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Eastern and Western Ghats. We can find all these, and the formation is it's due to mechanical weathering caused by snow, rain, and the temperature variation we can find. And the chemical properties it has, they are deficient in potash, phosphorus, and lime. And the next you see about arid and desert soils, and this we find in some parts where you don't find much rain, especially in Rajasthan and northern Gujarat and southern Punjab. So here in irrigation they just get only millet, barley, cotton, maize, and pulses with irrigation. Otherwise it's not possible. And here the chemical properties it contains very high percentages of soluble salts, alkaline, and varying degrees of calcium carbonate, and are poor in organic matter. So next we'll see about saline and alkaline soils, which is found over there in Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, in the drier parts of Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Maharashtra. And the chemical properties, it has liberate sodium, magnesium, and calcium salts and sulfurous acid. And usually they say crops do not grow because of excess of salinization of soils. Too much of salinity definitely crops. There's no possibility of growing any type of crops. And the next peaty and marshy soils. So this is found in Kerala and even Orissa and Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Bihar, and also in Uttarakhand. The formation here, it's formed in a humus region from the organic matter, and it's usually black, heavy, and highly acidic. Chemical properties, if you see, means it is deficient in potassium phosphate. And the next you will see about the soil degradation. So here it's a great problem over there. And as per the according to a 2015 report of the Indian Institute of Remote Sensing, so we find the soil erosion has become one of the most important problem over there. So we find some main problems which the Indian soils are having is soil erosion, then a degradation of soil, waterlogging, saline and alkaline, then salt flats, all these. And we have our responsibility to conserve the soil. So the best method is being given afforestation, extra constructing dams and barrages, prevention of overgrazing, and improved methods of agricultural practice. If we use that, then also we can save the soil. So next we will move on to irrigation. And you all know, students, irrigation is one of the most important. Without that, the crops cannot grow. And the sources of irrigation, we find canals, tube wells, other types of wells also we find. So here we'll see about the canal irrigation. So different types of canals we have here. Inundation canals. So here water is taken out directly from the rivers without making any kind of barrage or dam. And the next, if you see, means perennial canals. You know the meaning of perennial. Even perennial rivers, the rivers which doesn't get dried up even during summers, it flows well. There are some rivers during summers you won't find much water, but perennial rivers always they have water even during summer. So these are perennial canals are developed from perennial rivers by constructing barrages to regulate the flow of water. So around 60% of the canal irrigated area fall in the northern plains of India. Next, well irrigation, and we have open well and tube wells. And in open well, we find it's widely practiced in the areas where groundwater is sufficiently available, especially Ganga plains, deltaic regions of Mahanadi, and many more. Tube wells, it's developed in the areas of low water table, sufficient power supply, and soft subsurface geological units. These are all important ones. And tank irrigation, you construct different types of tanks, and it also helps in the relief, and hard rocks make difficult to dig canals and wells. So they have to store water in tanks. Nature depressions serve as reservoirs, and you find it is found in the absence of perennial rivers, so they have to store all such things. And next, modern irrigation methods we find nowadays, it's drip irrigation, sprinkler, rain gun, and center pivot irrigation, all different types we can find. And the drip irrigation, drop by drop we find water has been supplied to the crops, and water can be saved up to 70%, it's been said. And then sprinkler method, so pipes are being there from the, you can say, in this method water is supplied to the field from the source through the pipes with some which has some small holes over there, so through which it really irrigates. Next, a rain gun. So it's used to spread water like rain, and it can be used to water the crops with which grow up to 4 feet. And the next is central pivot irrigation. It is a method of crop irrigation in which equipment rotates around the pivot and the crops are watered with sprinklers. And next, multi-purpose river valley projects. So various types of projects have been there, and these are various process of purposes of a dam serves irrigation, hydropower generation, water supply for drinking and industrial purpose, controlling food, floods, development of fisheries, navigation, etc. All these are being considered. And usually majority of multi-purpose projects are a combination of irrigation and hydropower, which are the major aim of the projects. And let's see more about agriculture. Determinants of agriculture, physical factors, relief, climate and soil, and also the size of farm holding, land tenure, And next, infrastructure factors, irrigation, power, transport, credit, market, insurance, all that. Then technological factor, if you see, means high yielding varieties of seeds and all that. Now types of farming, subsistence farming we will see first of all. So in this type of farming you find farmers grow crops with the help of a family members and consume almost the entire farm produce with little surplus to sell in the market. So like sugarcane, oil seeds, crops and all that. Then shifting agriculture, they keep shifting from one place to another. They burn the places where already the agriculture is being done, that they burn and they prepare the land, and then they just the place where they burn, that they keep ready for maybe after 1 year. So they keep shifting to some other place, there they have their vegetation. Then again when the harvest is over, they burn that area, then again they move on to some other place. So like this they just keep moving, they keep shifting over there. And they cultivate some grains and vegetable crops using their manual labor. It is also called a slash and burn cultivation. Next, intense farming. So here we find it's an agricultural intensification and mechanization system that aims to maximize yields from available land through various means such as heavy use of pesticides and chemical fertilizers. So too much they use. And then next you see about dry farming. You find the places where irrigation is not possible, lack of water. Crops cultivated in these areas can withstand dry condition. So in such type of circumstance, you find here they have one crop per year. That's all. Next, mixed farming. All types of crops are grown over there. On all types you find like crop production, raising livestock, poultry, fishery, beekeeping, etc. All these. And next, terrace farming. So this is found practiced in hilly areas. The hills and mountain slopes cut to form terrace, and the land is used in the same way as in permanent agriculture. So in this way, the people in hilly areas, they cultivate their crops. So in the next lesson, we'll see about the major crops cultivated in India. So in today's lesson, only this much, students. Thank you.